Well, we're recording live onto wax cylinder using equipment similar to the sort of thing that would have been used in the mid-1890s, so 110 years or more ago.
Well, you remember last election, Jim Jones got action, set him up with the man who paid the biggest price. The next day at the poll, he voted with heart and soul, but instead of voting once, he voted twice. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now. Instead of him staying at home, leaving that rich folks' business alone, he's in the jailhouse now. Well, you remember Henry Cruz sold that no good booze, sold it to the police on the beat.
Well, we still have a demand actually for cylinder records in the same way there's still a demand for vinyl. I don't think there's a demand for 8-track stereo, but many things, especially the early stuff, is of interest to people. And so I have a worldwide market of people who are interested in actually playing things back on original equipment.
Instead of him staying at home and leaving that booze business alone, he's in the jailhouse now. Well, son was walking down the street.
How many people might you actually sell to in a year?
Certainly a few hundred. There are a few hundred different people who buy from us during the year. All over Europe and America and Australia, New Zealand, all over the world in fact.
He's in the jailhouse now. If he's got a political friend, judge's sentence he will suspend. He's in the jailhouse now.
Well, this is the artist's end, which you're at the moment. So if you were to speak into here, and I think you could do that just now for me, but if you speak into here, the variations in air pressure which constitute your fine, resonant baritone voice will pass down this horn, and actually the pressure increases as you get to the end. And that increased pressure actually works on a tiny little diaphragm here, like a little, like the skin on a drum. Which is actually made out of very thin glass, and that's connected to a stylus which actually cuts a continuous groove as a spiral in the surface of this cylinder. Now the voice is now moving the diaphragm, which means that the groove changes depth according to the way that you've spoken. So the louder you speak, the louder it is. There's no amplification at all. So you need to make this work, you need to put a certain amount of energy in at that end. So this machine, there's another one of these diaphragms in the bottom here, and there's a rounded stylus on here which tracks in the groove and transmits the vibration of the groove onto the diaphragm. Now the diaphragm itself wouldn't be loud enough to hear in the room, and once again we need to do the reverse of what we're doing on the recording machine. We use a horn of a slightly different shape, which then amplifies the sound back into the room.
Well, you remember last election, Jim Jones got an action, set him up for the man who paid the biggest price. The next day at the poll, he voted with heart and soul, but instead of voting once, he voted twice. He's in the jailhouse now. He's in the jailhouse now.
But the whole process of recording this way gives you a different relationship with the whole business of recording and with your voice, the way that you transmit stuff, because it's purely mechanical. What you do is what you get back. Whereas a lot of the times these days they'll get you in front of a microphone, record you, and they say we'll fix that later.
So this is more of a painting than a photograph.
Yes. But you have the influence of how you make the recording.